Are you ready?
I had to finish my candy.
All right. You tell me what you doing when you done with this candy.
Okay.
Oh, dang, I was supposed to wait. What up, peeps? I got a special guest today.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. One, you gonna do the clap? Do you remember? On 1, 2, 3, you clap.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Well, I just cracked my nails or cracked my knuckles before we started. But what up, peeps? Welcome to the Let's Make Out podcast, where we make out all things what?
Life, love, and laughter.
Okay, you close. Love, life, and laughter.
Love, life, and laughter.
I'm your host, Gabrielle, and I am joined by a special co-host today.
I am Ronella Means, Gabrielle's mom.
Yay! Oh, man, you know what?
We forgot to cue the music.
Well, I don't have the music to cue because Babe set this up for us because he's getting ready to go. He's got a haircut and he's been editing the vlog. You guys know we've been doing 12 days of Vlogmas. If you didn't know, now you know. Come on over to Gabe TV and watch because we have been posting vlogs every day for the past, I think we're on day 10.
Wow.
Yeah, because Christmas Eve, day 10 or 11, Christmas Eve will be the last of the 12 days of Vlogmas, and then you guys will get Christmas on Monday, and then a Wednesday vlog, a Friday vlog, and we are out of this piece.
Yeah.
Before we cue the music, how's it going, Mom?
It's going really good. I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous.
You nervous? Don't be nervous. The funny thing is, if you're watching this, you can see this. I didn't realize how much taller I was
It's
than
so
her.
funny. I'm trying to sit up as far as I can, but it's just that I'm short torso.
Yeah, I look real tall sitting next to her.
I don't have a long torso. I'm just a little short person.
Oh, this is so funny. So we have actually never had another co-host like other than me or Babe. So you're the first one.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is history, you guys.
I know, right? First
Make it
ever
history.
that we've not only had, well, we've had guests, but not like, guests. A
So
host.
don't come for me because you know I don't know what I'm doing.
It's totally okay. It's totally okay. Here, I think you get something on your lip there.
Hair.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
we typically start off the podcast talking about what's been happening over the past week. So, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Let's see. So, let's cue the music first. Look at that, you did good, Mom. Yay! She did it.
I'm learning.
She did it. Okay, so did you say you wanted me to start or are you going to start?
No, you start.
Okay, so let's see. I don't even remember what happened the last time we talked to you guys. I feel like we were probably just talking about how busy we've been because last quarter we're trying to get the last bit of content done, and we have finished with all of the brand work that we've had to do, thank goodness. So now we just have the rest of Vlogmas, and we've got one more podcast next week. And yeah, then we're like officially done for the next couple of weeks, and that's exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see what else has happened. I'm trying to think. Christmas shopping. I mean,
Oh, yeah. We've been Christmas shopping.
all the Christmas shopping. I think we're finally done. Are you done Christmas shopping?
I did most of my Christmas shopping online.
Smart.
Yeah,
Very
because
smart.
It's easier, it's convenient, and they bring it right to your door.
You're right about that. You can't
All
beat
you gotta
that.
do is take it out of the box, put it in the bag, and you're good to go.
You're right about that. So, let's see. What's been going on with you for the past whenever? I mean, because they haven't talked to you, so
Well,
anything
let's
new and
see.
exciting?
New and exciting, of course, you all know I retired. Yay!
Yes.
I have also gotten ordained.
Yay! I know I need like sound effects. So like,
And then now I'm just ready to live my best life. Moving forward, just being obedient, trying to be led by God, and allowing the Spirit to have its way.
Is it weird, like, not having to get up and go to work? Like, do you feel like it's hit you
it
yet?
hasn't hit me because I've been doing other things, you know, going back and forth to medical appointments, things like that, of that nature. So it's not sunk in just yet.
Yeah.
But I'm for sure it will pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it will.
It
definitely will. So, okay, when you guys are listening to this, it is on Christmas Eve. So, let me know. Are y'all finished Christmas shopping? Who is out? Maybe you're listening to us and you're doing last-minute Christmas shopping, okay?
Which is great.
You know, get it done and go home.
I think the pressure is always on at the very last minute.
It is.
But I think that's a fun part of it.
Yeah.
Because you're all excited and giddy and you see all the lights and the people, and it just makes it fun.
Yeah, it does. It makes it fun. It's always like that thought of like, oh, did I get everything? Is there anything else? It's like the last minute thing that I need to get. Like, what is it? Did I grocery shop? Which I have not. I need to do like today.
It all come together.
My list was to grocery shop, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna get it done because we have to host at our church's Christmas service at 7. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get my grocery shopping done before then or not, but I'm going to try because I would love to just.
It's always
relax tomorrow.
We always have a wonderful brunch on Christmas.
Oh yes,
so
Christmas
she gets
brunch.
It together.
It always comes together, but
it comes together great.
It'd be at the very, very last minute.
So it's the fun of it.
I know, right? Okay, so we're gonna get into some questions. I have a multitude of books here, Mom. So I'm gonna let you choose.
I'm going to put on my glasses.
Which one you would like to do. So we've got 4,000 questions, 1,001 questions, the Book of Questions, and the Book of Questions, Love and Sex. So
I think I better stay away from the love and the sex. Not ready for that one.
Oh, that's hilarious. Or there's 108 conversation starters. So which one you gonna go for?
I like the 4,000 questions because it's pretty.
It's pretty. I knew you were gonna say that. It is really pretty though. If you can see this, it's pretty.
It's so pretty.
It is. Okay, so I don't think these are numbered.
Okay.
They are not numbered, but the pages are numbered. So you can give me a page number in between 1 and 297.
2.
Of course.
That's my favorite number, y'all. 2.
Well, the questions start on 10. Okay. So we'll do the second page of the questions then. Okay. How about that?
Or 12.
Or 12. Yes, that's 12. Good. Let's do 12. Okay, now tell me when to stop.
Now.
This is funny. Do you back up files on your computer or other electronic devices?
Okay. There is a 2-part question to that. No, I didn't used to. Yes, I did buy a hard drive. Yes, I did start backing up. No, I do not anymore. I really want to keep doing that because I believe it's really important.
You should, definitely.
However, I don't know what happened. I started plugging it up and then it was asking all these weird questions. It wouldn't just automatically back up. And I got tired of fooling with it. So, and my computer is so old, bless his heart.
Your computer is...
It's really on its
probably
last
on
days.
Its last. Not even the last leg, just the last.
It takes forever for anything to come up.
Have you backed that computer up?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I was backing up.
Good.
I don't have any other computer. Yeah. That's the one. Well, besides that notebook you guys blessed me with.
Well, yeah, this is a reminder to everyone to back up your files.
Yes.
Get a hard drive.
I have one.
Back up the entire computer. Back up your phone if you ain't on the iCloud or wherever in the cloud. Back it up because you just never know when something will happen, and that's probably the worst feeling ever, to lose all your stuff.
And I write continuously. And most of the time it's in journals. However, I do have an app on my phone that I use quite frequently that has a number of writings that I have done, and I would hate to lose
Does that go? It doesn't go to the cloud? Like, is there anything that it can back up to? Or it's just on?
You know what? There's always something coming up about a cloud and saving and I needing more space, but I don't understand it.
Oh, you need to show it to me, Mom, because I would hate for you to lose all of that. The cloud is the electronic cloud. So it saves your documents. It like uploads it there and saves them so it can back up the app.
Well, I get something from Google. I get something from Amazon. I get something from
they all have clouds.
So I don't know. I don't know who's holding what.
I need to look at that app because we want to make sure that your writing is being backed up, okay? While we're talking through this. I'm like, hold on. You're not actually prepared here. So
sorry. Had no idea. It's technology challenging for sometimes there's so much going on you don't always understand what to do or how to make things work, so I just leave it be.
Don't be out there leaving your stuff.
Okay, are you doing a question?
Yes, I am going to do a question, but before we do that, we're going to jump into our first sponsor of this podcast. I have talked about them a couple of times on the podcast, and hopefully you guys have taken advantage and tried them out. If you haven't, let me tell you about Noom Mood, because we're all, living in a time where there can be stressors and anxiety and worry and doubt and, sometimes fear. Absolutely. And sometimes you need help managing that, or you don't necessarily have the tools to help you deal with that. And it can become overwhelming. It can take over your whole day. It can ruin all the things. Yeah. So this is where Noom Mood comes in. I've been using it now, and I have to say that I actually really, really enjoy it because it helps to manage like daily stress, and it gives you actionable steps that you can take when you're feeling stressed to like reduce it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. So I've been working towards that, and I get alerts if I don't do like my daily thing. Like it'll alert me to, how's your mood doing? You can log how your mood is. So then it charts it and you can see how it changes,
nice.
From day to
You'll
day.
Have to hook me up.
I will definitely hook you up. It is backed by science, and there are lessons based on psychological principles that teach you about your relationship with stress and anxiety. It's very robust. It holds your hand. It literally walks you through every step. There's daily curriculum coupled with a one-on-one coach that guides and encourages you on your journey. I spoke a little bit about this the last time, but the coach is there, but they're not like overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll reach out if it's been a certain amount of days where you haven't done like the daily activity. Okay. They'll ask you how it's going, or I had an issue where I wasn't making time, and she gave me the suggestion to break up the time. Instead of like trying to take 15 minutes, maybe start with 5 or maybe a couple, like whatever it is that healthy. You can do.
It sounds like a healthy alternative, to be able to have a coping system.
Absolutely. That's what it is. Forward. It's about coping, and it's actually like a 12-week
okay.
Yeah, like a 12-week program. So every week they give you a different tool to help you. And it's like you add it to your toolbox. So you'll have different methods, because sometimes you may need to do something different to,
exactly. And other people have ways of de-stressing, I should say. But I mean, hey, it's worth a try.
Yeah, it is. So I definitely highly recommend it. You can take care of your mental wellness, and, it's not a one size fits all, like my mom said. So you can navigate the program at your own pace. You don't have to feel rushed or anything like that. So if you want to worry less and feel happier, you can sign up for your trial at Noom.com/LMO. And that's Noom, NOOM.com/LMO. And you can get a trial, check it out, see how it works for you. I'd love to hear it. If anybody has used it already, let me know what you think about it. So
need feedback. Give us some feedback.
Absolutely. All right. So
it's your question time?
It's my question time.
Okay. What page would you like?
I would like page 130.
Okay. Is that a significant page for some reason?
No, 3 is my favorite number, so there aren't 300 numbers. You never knew that?
No.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yep, 3 is my favorite.
130?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me when.
Stop.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Did you stop?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I did. Oh, wow. How wonderful is this?
Uh-oh.
In what ways are you creative?
Oh, gosh. This is so funny because we were just talking about this. I was actually talking about this on our breakfast live. How I felt like I just haven't been in a creative space. And my mom was telling me, she was like, well, you're always, creative. Like the creativity doesn't leave.
It doesn't.
It doesn't necessarily leave. But I feel like it's been kind of blocked, I guess I could say, or
maybe not blocked, but stagnant.
Stagnant. Maybe that's the word.
It's not, I don't think it's blocked because then that way it would not be there at all. But when it becomes stagnant, it's just kind of in a holding pattern.
A holding pattern, yeah.
Because you're so focused on getting things done that you feel like you don't have enough.
Right.
To get, to go forward.
That's true. So, but I do believe that I am a creative. Like, I definitely think of I've thought of creative ways to, make money and do, like, I've always done that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my creativity. She's always done that.
I've always done that. My creativity comes through in like vlogging or, sit down videos or whatever. Yeah. But it's just about what I've known. What I figured out is just about me taking the time to be creative, just to even explore. Let it, to think, to even come up with something different. It's like I'm so busy doing day-to-day tasks that I don't really take the time to let the creativity
flow.
Be
and
creative.
That's a good lesson for everyone because we get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily routine that we don't take that time out. And, I always bring it back to the spirit level because you have to have that balance, just weight and balance, where you sit and you meditate and you give that time to God. And then you realize you're open and creativity flows in that.
You're right.
Because when you're sitting still and your mind is not clogged with what I got to do, where I got to go, who I got to see, then God has an opportunity to pour into you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. But if you don't ever take that time, you might not hear it.
I mean, 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day. You start where you can, and then you build from there. And, and I'm a work in progress with that myself. Because coming off of working in a job and, having to take care of your home and feed everybody, clean, wash, all those good things, and then keep time for yourself. It's hard sometimes to sit and meditate, but you've got to take that time, even if it's 5 minutes in the shower or on your way to work. When I was driving to work, that was a really good time for me to spend time with the Lord.
Oh yeah, because you had a pretty long commute. So it
made a difference to just be able to have that time, and then you just be surprised how God pours into you when you give him his.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, next question. You want to stick in this book? You got another page?
No, I like that book.
Okay.
Let's go to 24.
24.
All right. I don't need my glasses for that.
No, because I'm going to be reading it. All right, 24. What category is this? They all have categories. This is the latest scoop category.
Stop.
Now, this is an interesting question.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to go on this. And you can pass if you'd like.
Okay.
When we die, do we know that we have died?
We don't die.
Here we go.
Okay. Death is not the end as we know it if you're in Christ. When you're in Christ, it's more of a transition because you're living life eternally. Now your body goes back to the ground, but your spirit and soul live on with God. So of course, if you have a relationship with a father and you know who you are and whose you are, you know when you may not know exactly when, but when that time comes, I believe, and this is my belief, you will know.
You'll know.
And at that time when that transition takes place, you will still know because your spirit and soul will live on. And I say that because people believe death is the end, and that's what brings fear. But there's no reason to fear because it's just a transition. It's a move from one level of space to another. And in most cases, higher level, a higher ground. And I just believe that you know all, you know everything because your spirit still lives on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was a good answer. Okay, man. All right. I'm going to go with page 17.
Oh, you're going back down to the low number.
I know. Let me do the low number.
That's a good one. 17. Okay, here we go, guys.
Uh-oh. Stop.
Do you primarily use a camera or a phone to take photographs?
I mean, I think we all know that we're all using phones to take. I mean, there are a lot of people who are using cameras to take. It just really depends because I do take pictures with a camera. I have pictures taken of me with a camera. I don't necessarily use a camera to take a picture because the phone does everything now.
Yes,
like you don't really need it.
I was speaking with Gabriel just yesterday about how I was so into taking pictures. As I was growing up, I used to take pictures all the time with cameras because she's bought me a couple of cameras.
Yes, I have.
And I really wish I had honed in on that skill, maybe took some classes because I really enjoy doing that. I find myself posting on Instagram. When I do post, I'm always taking pictures of food. I enjoy showing
foodie at heart.
Every morning, every afternoon, every evening, whatever meal I have, I'm always taking a picture of it. I do boomerang and all of it. I may not post it, but I take pictures.
You do it. She got tons
of
pictures that have not been posted.
Yeah, and I always say I'm going to post those, and then I never get them posted.
Hilarious. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Reagan has come in to join.
Yes,
so
she's joining us.
We'll see how this goes.
So
are you going to just sit there?
You going to say hi?
Hi.
Hilarious. Okay.
Okay, we're going to go with 36.
Page 36. Okay.
Notice the 12 theme.
36. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Stop.
What early lesson from childhood have you continued to follow throughout life?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one. Okay, you read
early lesson from childhood.
That you've continued to follow throughout life.
Wow. I can't really think of just one that really sticks out for me. Because yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. It's so funny. Not following everything your friends do.
That's a good one.
And I say that because not that I had bad friends, but sometimes my friends did bad things. And you always want to feel like you're a part of what your friends
like the in crowd.
Right, the in crowds. And just one example, I have several, but one example is I can remember as a little girl, some of my friends and we had a trip to Kings Island. I don't know if it was elementary school, that we called it grade school.
I was like, y'all went to elementary school?
I think it was elementary school. I don't believe it was high school.
Y'all had chaperones.
Yeah. We
Oh,
had
okay.
chaperones.
I was
And we all took a bus trip to Kings Island. And we all went into, you know how they have the little shops where you can buy novelty things?
Yeah.
And they had these beautiful little garters, you know, women's garters with the little lips on them. And
Oh, like a wedding garter? Like the thing you would wear? Oh,
and
okay.
the lips would move, you know, go, you know, like that, because it was, you could do it like that and it would move around. So everybody wanted one, but nobody wanted to buy them. So we decided we were going to steal them. Somebody decided, and we all were in agreement. The problem was everybody didn't get caught. Just a couple of us got caught.
Oh, you got caught?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And our punishment was we got kicked out of the park. And we had to sit on the bus. And
just wait for the rest of the day?
Oh, my God. I felt so bad.
I don't think I ever heard that story before.
Yeah, I felt so bad. And I thought, oh, my God, my mom's going to find out. You know, and I felt like, you know, so bad. And I'm thinking, I know that was wrong, but I did it because my friends did it. And then I think I had an incident where we stole bubble gum from a store. And I thought to myself, stealing is wrong. I know it's wrong. Just because my friends do it, I don't need to do it. And that's a lesson that has stayed with me the rest of my life.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because I became a law enforcement officer to keep people from stealing.
You're like, look, I'm going to be on the other side of this, okay?
Yeah, I can remember when Gabrielle was about 2 or 3. We were walking in the mall. We went to a leather store called Berman's, and we walk out of the store, and she has a leather pink purse. And she thought she was something. I'm like, we taking it right back. Well, it didn't go off. It had a tag on it, but because she was so little, she wasn't high enough to reach it. So we marched that right back. Yes, we did. I'm like, no. So that was my lesson.
That's hilarious.
That was the lesson.
I don't remember that, but I feel like I remember taking a juicy fruit pack.
Oh, wow.
From the gas station. Just, you know, as a kid, you just think you can take it. You don't really understand. And then having to go and give it back.
You know, kids want things, and we always see things that we want to have, but ask.
Yeah.
And be ready to accept no if you get it.
Absolutely.
Because nothing is worth taking something that doesn't belong to you.
Say that again, okay? And that goes across the board.
Yeah. Including spouses.
Right, okay.
Girlfriend, boyfriends, however you want to
call
it.
Say that, okay?
Nothing is worth it. You know, if it don't belong to you, leave it alone.
Let it be, okay? Same way you get it, same way you gonna lose it.
Right.
But that's a whole nother topic
what goes
for a whole
around
nother
comes
day,
around.
okay? A whole topic for another day. All right, so we're gonna get into our second sponsor of the podcast. It's a new to us sponsor. So we're going to talk about Let's Get Checked. Shout out to them for sponsoring this. I know that we probably have a great deal of women who listen and watch the podcast. So we're going to talk a little bit about hormones, fertility, all of those things. And, you know, sometimes there are people out there that can have irregular periods, women that are suffering with PCOS, or who are trying to get pregnant and going through like a whole fertility journey. You're curious about it and whether you're ready to have kids soon or ready to try again. That is always a concern. So Let's Get Checked is an actual hormone test that you can take at home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty awesome. So it's a at-home PCOS test. It's an at-home test for fertility, and you can measure your key hormones to see what helps balance your essential functions, which includes your menstrual cycle, your ovulation, weight, metabolism. You know, knowing all of your levels can help you diagnose or help you figure out what could be going wrong, or, you know, just let you see what's going right. Like, a lot of us don't realize how much our hormones play a part in everything, like conceiving, but just like everything, your menstrual cycle, ovulation, all of the things. So with Let's Get Checked, it's pretty easy. So you go to their site, you order a kit, and it arrives at the door in a discreet package, and then you do a small finger prick. So you do the finger prick, and you send it back to the labs in a prepaid shipping label, and in 2 to 5 days, you get the results. And a Let's Get Checked nurse will be available to discuss your results with you if you'd like to, benefit from their expertise, which is pretty good because they don't just just send you the results and let you figure it out on your own.
Yeah, they give you help.
Yeah, it's nice to have somebody to kind of walk through it with you. So once you get your results, they're reviewed by a physician and released onto your online dashboard. So if your results are outside of the normal ranges, a member of the nursing team will contact you also.
That's wonderful.
And discuss the lab results.
Wonderful.
Which is really cool because, like I said, it's just great to have somebody explain it to you. Sometimes you look at it and you're like,
we as women get so busy doing things for everybody else, we're not doing our self-check.
Yep.
So this is a convenient way where, doing it on, sending it in online sort of sounds like a good deal.
All right. So if you've ever thought about testing out your hormones, definitely give this a try. The company has performed over 2 million at-home tests, and the laboratories are CLIA approved, which is the highest ranking level of accreditation. So this ain't no mess.
Joke.
Yeah, this ain't no joke. This is legit testing. And even better for our listeners, you guys can get 30% off of your entire order with the code down in the show notes, the description box. So make sure you check that out. All you have to do is go to letsgetchecked.com and enter in the code listed down below. Or in the show notes at checkout to get the 30% off. So check it out.
That's a blessing.
That is awesome. Let me know how it goes. I'm actually waiting on my test now. So once I, get it taken and everything, I can let you know how smooth the process is.
Sounds good.
All right. So let's do one. Who did the last question? You?
Yes.
Okay. We'll do my last question, and then we can talk about something else if you'd like.
Okay. What number are we going with?
150.
Okay.
I'm all over the place.
150. That's a great psalm.
Oh, Psalms 150. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a short one. Stop.
What things do you always make time for?
Oh, well, it's a struggle. I mean, I make a lot of time for work. I would say that's probably the first thing that takes up the most of my time is work, which is not saying this is a good thing. But if I look at my time, most of it is taken up by work. Then my family. So my husband, my kids, my mom, if she needs something. Then probably friends. And honestly, probably, and I'm ashamed to say this, but probably myself is the last thing that I make time for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I really think prioritizing is great. Mm-hmm. Now, when I first heard your question, the first thing to come to my mind was make time for love. Mm. And I heard a song. I'm not sure I remember who it's by, but it's called Make Time for Love. And it was beautiful. It's an older song. Yeah. But my top one would be God. Mm-hmm. Make time for God. Then your spouse. Mm-hmm. Then your family. Then your job.
Yeah. It should definitely be that.
That's where my priority would be. And I'm not saying I've always done it that way, but I do know making time for God first helps everything else fall into place. Yeah. Including, your job, which should not be your first priority.
It shouldn't. I don't
want
it to be.
You're
right.
Mother, but just making a suggestion, because you get hung up in trying to get this and make sure you have enough, and I know that's a huge concern. but God is our source. And if we start with him, he brings it all together for us in ways we would never imagine. We just give it to him and allow him to do it the way he wants it to do. And that's hard. Sometimes it's hard to release the reins because you want to be in control of it, but it's all his anyway. Let him have it.
You're right. That's probably the hardest part is letting go of having control. You know?
And some people will think, well, you're just out of sorts. You know, you gotta have, you know, everybody tells me consistently, you gotta have a budget.
Oh yeah.
They tell me that consistently, and I've tried over and over again, but it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't fit for me. And people say, well, you're just willy-nilly. No, I ask God. He tells me what to pay. He tells me how much to pay and when to pay it. Now, I mean, granted, if you have enough, you got enough, you're always on time, you got everything you need, then it's a lot easier. But when you're moving from paycheck to paycheck, I ain't ashamed, and you don't have enough over here sometimes, I have to rely on God to tell me how to distribute it. I give him my first, and then, well, I take that back. Uncle Sam takes his first.
Uncle Sam, he gonna take his.
And then I give God his first. Now, I'm not always good about paying myself, but that's allowing him to do whatever he wants to do with the other 90% after I give him the 10%.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, hey, it's his.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
So, in that, make time for God. Make time for love.
Make time for love. I like that. Okay. All right. So let's see. I feel like we've done enough questions. I wonder if we have a good Ask Gabe and Babe. I think it would be great to get your perspective on.
This is fun, you guys. I've never done this before, and I'm still a little.
You're a little nervous, aren't you? Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, you can tell my. I'm probably smiling too much. I don't know.
Just be you, right? Like, just be you.
Trying to relax, but it's okay.
It's totally okay. Let me see here. Let me find a good one. I should have done this before. Let me see if I can find a good one.
And where are these questions coming from?
So these are our Ask Gabe and Babe questions. You guys know that you can always send them in if you have any questions, dilemmas, anything that you would like our, unprofessional opinion on. Just send them over to letsmakeoutpodcast@gmail.com with the hashtag Ask Gabe and Babe in the subject, so we know that you want us to talk about it.
I think it's good that you have the platform where people can ask questions, because you never know when someone really needs to hear a different perspective.
Yeah.
That's so important. A lot of times we limit ourselves to just a few friends or family members, but sometimes you got to get outside of your comfort zone just to see, what other ways or avenues you can go about handling situations or getting advice.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think I found one. This one would like to be anonymous. So shout out to you, Anonymous.
Shout out.
Thanks for sending this in. So her question is, when a married man compliments another woman on how she wears her hair or how much weight she's losing, is that appropriate? Or does that even constitute cheating? We live in the same neighborhood, and he is an overly friendly guy, but he is being a little too friendly when he does things like that. The part about the weight loss came about when I was at the store one day. We saw each other and we spoke, and then he stated losing all that weight. Then he said, come on, opening up his arms for a hug. Was that appropriate? It bothered me then, years ago, and it still bothers me now. What are the boundary lines for compliments to another woman who is not your wife? I value both of y'all's opinion, and I feel like you both give good advice. I'm just trying to find peace in my heart. Thanks. Okay.
I'm trying to understand. Is
Me
it
too.
her husband?
That's what I'm trying to understand
that's
too. It seems like
complimenting,
maybe
or
it's
is
somebody
it
else's husband
that's complimenting.
Yeah, because she said no. We live in the same neighborhood, and he's an overly friendly guy, but he's being a little too friendly when he does things like that. Yes,
Which makes her feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely. So this is somebody else's husband.
So in other words, she knows his wife, I'm assuming.
She must,
She
probably.
must, if they live in the same neighborhood.
So does that constitute cheating was the first question. Is it appropriate, or does it even constitute cheating?
I look at flirting as flirtatious, uncompromisable.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So like that's, would you go as far as to say it's like a deal breaker?
I think it should be addressed.
It should be addressed, absolutely.
You know, because there are people who are overly friendly. I get that, but as a woman, I know when a man is flirting with me.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. Men know when women are flirting with them. So if you're married, why are you flirting?
Right.
What is the source of your flirtation, and where are you going with that? It makes you feel, it makes that person you're flirting with uncomfortable, but it also makes your spouse, you know, how respectful are you showing, you know, consideration to your spouse or girlfriend or loved one?
Yeah.
It's a twofold thing, and it's not something that I believe I would want going on.
Yeah, I absolutely wouldn't want it going on either. I mean, I would say that I have a pretty friendly husband, but he's also very respectful.
And
like he's not a flirtatious. Like you can be a friendly person, and I say that because you can be a friendly person and it not cross the line.
Right.
Never being disrespectful to your spouse or flirty or whatever.
Right.
Like it's just inappropriate. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
Like
you have a whole spouse or a girlfriend or a significant other. So why are you out here complimenting this other woman?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I believe people are going to look. They're going to see. There's nothing wrong with, you know, complimenting people. But when it comes to the fact that you're noticing how much weight I've lost and, you know, you want to reach out and give me a hug.
It seemed like he's throwing out bait. He's trying to see what you're going to give back.
If you're going to pick it up.
Yeah, don't fall for that. Like,
yeah.
Don't fall for that.
Stay clear from that. You know.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't want to get into a situation where you feel like you're trapped. So you may have to say something.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with how you approach me or something of that nature.
Especially if it's ongoing. Like
if it's just maybe once or twice it's happened, you know, you kind of maybe look over it. But if it's a continual thing, I know me, I would say something.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't want to disrespect my spouse in that way,
right?
Just by letting it carry on, because then I'm trying to ignore it and cover it up, which may make me even look guilty.
Right,
you know,
true.
so,
and even if you're not married and you don't have a spouse, like think about his spouse. Like what if his spouse saw him
she
saying
may think
this,
you're a
like,
party to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How would it make her feel? So I would stay away from that. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily consider it cheating.
No.
But it is inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it could lead to cheating.
Absolutely.
Depending on how it's received.
Because if you weren't offended by it,
then something's wrong.
It could, but it could turn into a whole nother thing. If you liked it, or if you didn't feel some kind of way, like it could open the door for cheating. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you asked another question, like, what are the boundary lines for compliments to another woman who is not your wife? And I think we all know
they're limited.
Yeah, keep it Keep it very limited,
I believe
if anything at all.
If a man is with his spouse and they're both secure in their relationship, he could say, "Oh, she has on a nice dress," or "I like the way her hair looks." That's different than
than actually like going out and saying, you know what I'm saying?
"Ooh,
like,
you look good."
Right. I'm sorry. What? You know what I'm saying?
You lost some weight. I mean, it's a right and a wrong way to do everything.
Yeah, and I think it's the way it's said, who it's said to. I mean, because Chad will compliment Mom, he'll compliment Nana.
He compliments me all
You know
the
what I'm
time.
saying? But he's just a respectful guy. It's not.
Because he'll say, "Mom, ooh, your makeup looks nice," but I know he's not hitting on me.
Right. That's his mother-in-law. Like
Trust me, there have been some people, I'm sure, but I mean, I know he's not hitting on me, and I believe that it's a genuine compliment, and I appreciate that because we as women and men, we like to hear that. We got it put together today.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But not in a way where it's flirtatious.
And even just random women. Like, I would go as far as to say that there's no reason for your husband to just be out complimenting random women. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the reason?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And if that's something that you do all of the time with or without your spouse, then maybe there's a problem or an issue.
Right. Like,
there.
what is the... why do you feel like you even have to say anything?
Yeah. And are you complimenting your wife as much as you're complimenting other women?
Let's say that, because
come on now.
It's a lot easier to do stuff for other people,
right,
and be
not
lacking in your
home.
own household, and that's an issue.
If you can't minister
itself.
at home, don't be trying to minister outside it.
Say it, okay? Say that.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's the truth.
I went there.
Okay, it's the truth. Like, you better get it together.
Yeah, home comes first, and
absolutely.
If that's not taken care of, you better not be out doing something else.
Don't do it. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother podcast. Okay, but hopefully this helps answer your question. If at the end of the day, if you feel comfortable, if you feel uncomfortable, regardless of what anybody else feels, and address it if you have to address it, and if it's still bothering you, like, absolutely address it to put it out there, so that way it doesn't keep happening and you have to keep feeling uncomfortable.
Because that's what you would call borderline sexual harassment.
Absolutely.
They have those in the workplace. And you shouldn't have to feel like every time you're going somewhere in the same neighborhood, you're going to get harassed by these compliments that make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me. We had a great time.
Yes, we had a great time. Let us know if you liked how Mom was, if you want to see more of her. Maybe the next time she'll loosen up a little bit.
I'm sorry. I was
kind of nervous.
Stiff as a board.
A little nervous, but that's okay. It's your first time. I think you did good.
Thank you.
So as always, you know where you can find us. You can find us at Let's Make Out Pod on Twitter, Let's Make Out Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you happen to just be listening to this, come on over and watch the video. Search Let's Make Out Podcast on YouTube. It's
been fun.
You can watch us. It's been really fun having Mom here, and hopefully we'll do this again.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you guys, and we will see you next week for our final episode of 2021. It's crazy.
Man, can you believe it?
I can't.
This year is gone.
It's gone by way too fast. So.
But we're moving on to bigger and better things.
Amen to that. All right, guys, we will talk to you later.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.